Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you're doing well. So, I welcome you again to your psychology class, and we are doing chapter number 1, that is, what is psychology, and this is part 2 of this chapter. In this part, we will study about psychology as a discipline, psychology as a natural science, psychology as a social science, understanding mind and behavior, and some popular notions about the discipline of psychology. So, let's begin. As we discussed in the part 1 of this chapter, that psychology is a science because it uses empirical methods to study human behavior. So, psychology, though it is a very old knowledge discipline, is a young science. And the first psychological laboratory was established in 1879 in Leipzig. But what kind of science is psychology still remains a matter of debate. Actually, psychology is generally categorized as a social science, but psychology as a subject is offered in the field of science also, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. So, psychology as a discipline has two parallel streams, one which makes use of the method in physical and biological sciences, and the other which makes use of the method of social and cultural sciences. So, if we talk about physical and biological sciences, what we do in physical and biological sciences, we use empirical methods, we use objective methods. So, psychology also uses empirical and objective methods to study human behavior. So, that's why it is called a natural science. Okay, but if we talk about psychology as a social science, it focuses on how human behavior can be explained in terms of the interaction that takes place between the person and his society and his culture. All right, so that's why it is called a social science also. So let us now discuss these two streams separately. As we discussed in part 1 of this chapter, that psychology is a science because it uses empirical methods, it uses scientific methods. So, psychology as a science makes use of methods of physical and biological sciences. Psychologists they do experiments which others can repeat, verify, obtain quantitative data, and emphasizes on objectivity. Objectivity means the results should not be biased. The results should not be affected by researchers or experimenters' own experiences. Now, psychology, like any other science subject, uses hypothetico-deductive model. Now, what is this? This means that scientific advancement can take place if you have a theory to explain a phenomena. Means you must have a theory first of all to prove to be true or false. Okay, now theory is what? Theory is nothing else but a set of statements about how a certain complex phenomena can be explained. And based on a theory, scientists they propose a hypothesis. Hypothesis means they propose a tentative answer or solution to a problem. Tentative means that is not fixed. All right. So the hypothesis then is tested and proved true or false based on empirical data that one has gathered. Okay, and if hypothesis is proved to be true, then a theory is generated. Whereas if it is proved to be false, then the theory is revised. And using this hypothetical deductive approach, psychologists have developed a number of theories like learning, memory, attention, and so on. Okay, until date, most of the researchers in psychology follows this approach. So that's why psychology is considered as a natural science. And psychology is recognized more as a social science because it studies human behavior in their socio-cultural context. Means psychology studies human behavior in a society, in a culture. And psychology as a social science subject focuses on humans as social beings. Now, we human beings live in a society, so we are social beings, and to understand human behavior, we have to come out in society. All right, we can't study human behavior in a laboratory, we can't study human behavior in a controlled setting. All right, to understand, to study human behavior, psychologists have to come out of the labs. All right, and human behavior can be manipulated, it can be changed if it can be studied properly. So that's why psychology is known as a social science because it studies human beings as a social beings, it studies human beings in a society. Okay, Now, the next topic is understanding mind and behavior. And we discussed it in part one of this chapter that psychology was once defined as a science of the mind. But this definition or this meaning of psychology was rejected on the basis that the mind is not something concrete, it cannot be seen or it cannot be located. But this term mind has once again returned to psychology, and this became possible only due to neuroscientists like Perry and the physicists like Penrose. All right. And now, if we talk about mind, it is true that mind cannot exist without brain. Mind is somewhere in brain, but mind is a separate entity. And many neuroscientists have done a lot of researches to prove that even if brain is damaged, mind still works. Means mind has a separate entity. All right, one example that can be discussed here is that one man whose occipital lobe is damaged. Occipital lobe is the lobe responsible for our vision. So his occipital lobe is damaged in an accident. Even then, the person responds to the visual clues. All right, so even the brain is damaged, mind still continues to work. Similarly, another example is of an athlete who lost his arm in an accident but continues to feel an arm and also feels its movements. So, when he was offered a cup of coffee, he tried to reach the cup of coffee with his phantom arm. Phantom arm means imaginary arm. Okay, so here the part is not there, but his body, his mind can feel that part and he can feel its movement. So it's the power of mind. And recent studies in neuroscience have clearly shown that there's a relationship between mind and behavior, means our behavior is influenced by our mind. If we have a positive mindset, it will lead to positive behavior. And if our mindset is negative, it will lead to negative behavior. And it has been shown that using positive visualization techniques and feeling positive emotions, one can bring about significant changes in bodily processes. Means, like it is generally said that if you will think positive, positive things will happen to you. Yes, definitely it happens. If you will see positive things, if you will think positively, so your body will react in that way. And this has been shown in number of researches, and Ornish has shown this in his studies. And Ornish researched on a person with blocked arteries who was made to visualize that blood is flowing through his blocked arteries. He was shown the pictures, he was motivated, and after practicing it so many times, the patient actually showed positive results and his blockage actually became significantly less. So, this is the effect of mind on your behavior, this is the effect of mind on your body. And the same technique is used to cure various kinds of phobias and fears. And this new discipline or new branch of psychology is known as psychoneuroimmunology. Psycho is related to our mind, neuro is related to our brain processes, and immunology is related to our immune system. How our mind plays a great role in strengthening our immune system. And now the next topic is popular notions about the discipline of psychology. Means basically these are misconceptions about the discipline of psychology. And one such misconception is that psychology is based on common sense. That may or may not be true. Now, what is common sense? Common sense is basically based on hindsight. All right, hindsight means understanding any situation after it has happened. Means if something happened with you so many times, so you will take it for granted that next time also this thing will happen in the same situation. For example, a very dear friend of yours goes away to a distant place. Now, what will happen? There can be two possibilities. First means he will forget you, or that distance will make your bonding more stronger. Means he will forget you. Out of sight means out of mind. Means you no longer are in touch, you no longer can meet him, so you will be out of his mind. This is one possibility, this is one common sense. And the other possibility is Distance makes the heart grow fonder, means your distance will make your bonding more stronger. All right, so both the possibilities can happen, and it depends upon your hindsight. So, common sense is based on hindsight, means it is based on our experiences, it is based on our own explanations. But psychology as a science looks for patterns of behavior which can be predicted and not explained after the behavior occurs. Means in psychology, we make predictions. Means if there will be this situation, this will happen. Means if your friend leaves you and if he goes away to a distant place, then he will forget you, because it is based on researches, it is not something based on your experiences or your hindsight. All right, so scientific knowledge generated by psychology often runs against common sense. And one such example is a research performed by Dweck in year 1975, in which she proved that psychology is not something based on common sense. It is based on researches, it is based on different studies. And her research was based on the students or children who gave up too easily when faced with a difficult problem or failure. So here what our common sense says, according to our common sense, the students who find it very difficult to deal with failures or deal with difficult problems, we have to start with easy problems, then they will be able to do difficult problems. This is what our common sense says. So, but she proved it wrong, and she proved it wrong with the help of her experiment. So, she divided the students into two groups. In one group, he gave the students very easy sums of mathematics to solve. All right, and in group B, he gave the students easy as well as difficult problems. So the purpose was that in group A, the students were given easy problems so that they can gain confidence. They can gain confidence of doing difficult problems. All right, and in group B, students were given mix of easy and difficult problems, and whenever the students failed in doing difficult problems, they were being encouraged by Dweck by telling that their failures was because they had not tried hard enough, and they were motivated not to give up and keep trying. And this happened for 25 days, means both the groups were trained like this for 25 days. And after the training period of 25 days, a new set of math problems were given to both the groups. And what Dweck found, it goes against our common sense. Our common sense says that group A will be able to perform better because they gained confidence after doing easy problems. They gained confidence that they can do difficult problems also, but this did not happen. The students in group B, they were able to do difficult problems, whereas the students in group A, they gave up very easily. So there are many other common sense notions which you may not find to be true. Not too long ago, it was believed that in some cultures, men are more intelligent than women, or women cause more accidents than men. But empirical studies, various researches have shown that both of these are untrue. Common sense also tells us that one is not able to give one's best if he or she is asked to perform before a large audience. But psychological studies have proved this wrong. Various psychological studies have shown that if you have practiced well, if you have prepared well, you may actually perform better, because the presence of others helps your performance. It motivates you to perform better. And another common sense notion about psychology is that psychologists are astrologers. They are face readers. They can read the faces of people, which is completely untrue. We are not face readers. We are not astrologers. We are psychologists, and we use empirical methods. We use scientific methods to study human behavior. So this is all for today. I hope everything is clear to you. We will meet once again in the next part of this chapter, in which we will study about evolution of psychology. Till then, take care. Thank you.